An ultra-famous vampire hunter goes hunting the ultimate prize, a vampire that is feared by many. The vampire is called Dralek. When the vampire hunter called Ronaldo finds Dralek, he realizes that the vampire is actually super weak. The two start to live together and hunt other monsters together. Vampire hunter Ronaldo is tasked with taking down a vampire that everyone is afraid of. This vampire has a giant castle and lives far away. Ronaldo is excited about the chance to hunt down this monster. He enters the castle and soon finds out that Dralek the vampire is not that strong. Dralek has a power where he can return back to life no matter what damage he takes, but he is really weak. He dies all the time and then comes back to life. Also, the people in the town all said that Dralek took their child. Ronaldo finds out that this child has been sneaking into Dralek's castle to play video games in his room. Ronaldo and Dralek try to chase down the kid who has been sneaking into the castle. They activate several traps in the castle, and during the giant mess the whole castle burns down in a fire. The people outside do not know what happened and think that Ronaldo and the vampire had a giant fight. Dralek now does not have a home and he is totally lost. Ronaldo then finds out that Dralek has moved in to live with him. He hates the idea but allows the vampire to stay with him inside his apartment. Dralek has also brought some friends with him. He has a cute armadillo pet called John. Ronaldo at first is angry at John but soon starts to like the animal. Ronaldo and Dralek then go on to solve monster cases and they start to become partners. Fukuma from a book company calls Ronaldo about the book he was supposed to write. Ronaldo goes into panic as he has not written anything so far. Dralek sees that Ronaldo is totally scared and he starts to totally shake. Ronaldo never did take writing very seriously. He only did it in his spare time. Fukuma is a very scary person and he told Ronaldo that he has been writing too slowly. Ronaldo is now super afraid that if Fukuma finds out that he has not written anything, he will attack and kill him. Dralek likes that Ronaldo is now in trouble, so he wants to cause even more problems for the vampire hunter. When Fukuma arrives, Dralek holds Ronaldo. Fukuma wants the manuscript for the book, but Ronaldo does not have anything. He tells Fukuma to wait another 2 weeks. Fukuma has a giant axe and he is ready to attack Ronaldo. While that is happening, we see a doctor with a mask working on someone in a lab. It seems that this doctor has created the ultimate vampire weapon, a true killer. Dralek and Ronaldo go solve a case together and they have to fight a vampire that can control plants. Ronaldo and Dralek manage to work together and defeat this muscular vampire that controls plants. We see a giant monster attack 2 police officers. Suddenly a female hunter arrives and cuts down the monster in just a few precise strikes. This woman is called Hinechi and she is an elite monster hunter who is going to be a leader of the entire organization one day. Hinechi wants to hunt down the monster called Dralek and she wants that to be her really important hunt. She knows that this vampire is ultra strong and she wants to see what he has planned. Hinechi now starts to spy on Dralek. She sees that he is spending time with Ronaldo but she doesn't know why. She wants to see what his powers are and what his evil plan. Soon she sees that a couple of kids start to insult Dralek and he turns into ash and dies. He then comes back to life. Hinechi cannot figure out what is going on. She starts to form a theory that Dralek is actually pretending to be ultra weak and that he is also controlling the minds of people in the town. Later in the day, Ronaldo takes Dralek to meet the other monster hunters. Dralek starts to make fun of some of the most elite monster hunters around and Ronaldo gets angry at him. The two get into trouble at the monster hunter base. Ronaldo is working in his office when a strange vampire creature arrives for help. Dralek is so scared of this creature that he dies and turns into ash. Ronaldo then makes fun of Dralek for being scared of everything. Still, Ronaldo is also scared of this strange-looking monster. The vampire monster explains that it cannot control its powers of transformation. It can turn into any shape, but since it cannot control itself, it turns into a monster and ugly creature. Ronaldo is annoyed as he does not want to help a vampire, but Dralek explains the situation, and they start to figure out how to help the vampire control its powers. Dralek explains that vampires not being able to control their powers is something that happens quite often. They help the monster vampire achieve its true form. Their entire office is a total mess and also there is a giant monster there. Hinechi arrives at the worst imaginable moment in their office just as the vampire monster transforms again. Later in the night, Dralek and Ronaldo go back to their house and Dralek wants to make some food for them. All the vegetables that he is using in his cooking turn vampiric and start to cause a mess in the house. Now Ronaldo and Dralek have to stop the vampire vegetables. Everyone in the Hunters Guild is worried about a really powerful vampire. This vampire is called Tsujijiri Najiri and he is a true monster. They will now have to join forces with the Vampire Control Division to stop this massive monster, and it will not be an easy mission. Everyone in the city is now on high alert because of the dangerous vampire called Tsujijiri. Dralek and John are just enjoying some time in the park. Soon John finds a buried toy. This toy seems to be a statue of the vampire Tsujijiri. Dralek starts to play with the toy, and it is soon revealed that this toy actually controls the body of the dangerous vampire Tsujijiri. He plans to attack some kids in the park, but he falls to the ground. Soon Dralek goes for a drink, and he continues to play with the toy and destroy Tsujijiri's entire evil plan. After that situation is taken care of, Handa shows up in the apartment while Dralek is sleeping. It is then revealed that Handa, who is also a vampire, was friends with Ronald in school. Dralek and Ronaldo are enjoying their time in the office. Suddenly a vampire arrives and tells them to hide. They all hide in the ceiling. Dralek wants the vampire to explain what is happening, but there is no time. Soon a giant woman arrives and she is very scary. The scared vampire explains that he wanted to chase after girls, and one night he asked the wrong girl out. Since that night the girl has been chasing him around, and now he is scared for his life. The girl chases after the vampire, but she later saves him from certain death. Then she transforms into a giant vampire empress. She and the vampire guy decide to start a relationship. Later Dralek wants to introduce his family to Ronaldo during a New Year's party. A creepy vampire with red eyes starts to stalk young children in the neighborhood. This vampire is really weird and he is dangerous. This vampire plans to use a spell to make the children all act super strange. At that moment Ronaldo arrives to stop the vampire and save the children. They all find out that the vampire makes people act super lewd and turns them into perverts. He has a magical staff and he can use it to make people act this way. Dralek also arrives and sees that this vampire makes all the girls also act lewd and seductive. Ronaldo and the other members of the crew meet the father of Dralek. He is a very old vampire and he has a lot of years of experience. He has brought a lot of presents for his son Dralek. John goes to buy some tasty food in the store. He runs into the scary vampire Najiri Tsujijiri. This evil vampire wants revenge for what Dralek did to him in the previous adventure. For that reason he kidnaps John. Ronaldo and Dralek notice that John has still not returned home, and they are now worried about their friend. Ronaldo is very worried about John, but Dralek thinks that John will be totally fine. Ronaldo accuses Drakel of not caring for his friend. Ronaldo wants to chase after the person who has kidnapped John. He gathers some monster hunters from the guild and they all want to help out. Najiri is truly evil and he wants revenge. He uses his power to create weapons from his own blood. He will kill John as a perfect way to get revenge on Dralek. Najiri ends up in a store with John and soon the monster hunters arrive. Najiri runs away as he does not want to get attacked by a bunch of monster hunters. Later Drakel, Ronaldo, and their friends have to save John from a very dangerous spider monster. Finally, everything ends with a happy ending and John is reunited with his friends. We are introduced to Setetsu, who is also a monster hunter. He is jealous of all the success that Ronaldo has had. Setetsu thinks that he is a total failure. Ronaldo feels sorry for Satatus and he wants to help him. Dralek appears in the bar and Ronaldo offers Dralek to be a rental partner for Setetsu for one day. Dralek and Satatus get into a lot of trouble and they also have some adventures along the way. Later Guildmaster Gossets gets a call and he is warned about a dangerous vampire. Setetsu and Drakel agree to handle this situation. Drakel really wants to help Setetsu to stand out as a monster hunter. Everyone goes to the festival in Shin Yokohama. They all want to have some fun and relax from all the monster hunting. Soon vampires show up and start to cause problems in the festival and attack people there. Dralek spends some time with Hinach and she gets furious at him. She tells Dralek that she now understands why Ronaldo kills him always and turns him into ash. The vampire creatures start to attack people and attack their private parts. Dralek and Ronaldo have to stop the situation before a lot of people get hurt really badly. Two powerful vampires decide to team up and hurt a lot of people. One part of the team is the vampire that can make people start to act all lewd. This vampire is called Mr. Lewd Talk. Now he has teamed up with Yakukan Lover and they decide to attack. Ronaldo and Dralek team up and fight the vampire duo in an epic fight on the street during the night. Ronaldo goes all out with his powers and tries to take down the vampires. When Dralek goes back to his home, he thinks about how he first met his animal friend John. He remembers their tragic past and how they became great friends. A very scary vampire lady arrives in town and she fights Dralek. Dralek tries his best, but the female vampire is too strong. She turns him into ash and puts him into a glass. Later, the female vampire runs into Ronaldo, and Ronaldo thinks that she is very hot. Ronaldo and Dralic manage to team up and defeat the scary vampire lady. Later in the day, Ronaldo and Drackle have a fight as well, and this fight has a judge who is a goldfish. The two of them also have a dance-off battle. The end. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new anime recaps.